Good afternoon and good evening. Welcome to another episode of On the Road with Luando. Today we are dealing with part 2 of the Ko Phi Phi Island speedboat tour. On the last episode we ended when we arrived at Maya Beach, and from today we're actually going to continue from there, and then we're going to go around all the other islands and then ending off with a very nice sunset, chilled, fun vibes. So welcome to On the Road with Luando. So our next stop is basically Maya Bay. So yeah, it's been a very fun-filled first half of the day. From me struggling to snorkeling and then just being told how to do it properly. If I would have listened the first time, it would have worked well. Because the last 15-20 minutes, I really enjoyed it. Yeah. So now we're just doing a walking tour, walk to the beach, take some pictures. We're not allowed. Everyone is not allowed to swim here. If also you have drones, you're not allowed to fly drones. This is basically it's a national park. It's a conservation. English is running away. Conservation area. So yeah, while you're walking around here, it's actually quite vital that you keep walking on the paths. Don't walk astray. Just stick to the rules, and everything will be fine, and everyone will be fine if you all just stick to the rules, so that everyone can be able to enjoy this beautiful place. It's a bit windy here, but it's fine because it's still warm. It's not raining anymore. We're gonna start where we left off at Maya Beach, where we're gonna showcase you the beauty of the island and also the conservation activities that are currently going on, especially regarding the baby sharks that you're gonna find. Not the baby shark. Okay, let me shut up before I get a copyright strike. Anyway, so here there is also pathways which are created specifically so that people actually do not trample on the plants around. So please make sure that you also stick to the walkways. And also this is where you're also going to find a place where you can actually be able to have a bathroom break if you need one. So along the tour, actually you're going to see like the signs, for example, where it says do not touch the plants. Please do not touch the plants. And then from there you're going to be greeted by a beautiful view basically of Maya Beach. This is actually where they shot the 1999 Leonardo DiCaprio movie called The Beach. And then there is a shop where you can also get some coconut ice creams and also some very fresh juice if you like. So from there on, we move on, take a walk to the actual beach itself. So here, shoes are actually banned, even though some people actually do walk in with their shoes. But if you actually have those special shoes that we bought before at the island, you can actually walk with those shoes along the beach area. Also here, swimming is also strictly prohibited because of also again the conservation activities that are going on, especially for baby sharks. The sand here actually, it's white sand, which actually reminds me of home back in Cape Town. But the sand here is actually quite very soft. It's almost like flour-like. Compared to where I come from, where it's actually like sandstone, where it's coarse. Trying to actually get your picture, it's gonna be a nightmare basically, because you're only limited, I think it's 40 to 45 minutes around the island. So you're gonna go around here trying to get your perfect picture. So you're just gonna have to walk your way in, and then again where you can find a nice perfect spot to take your picture. But also you need patience, because quite a lot of people here will be in front of you, will decide to take as many photos as they want. Others will stand in front of you. Again, as we said, swimming here is strictly prohibited, so please make sure that you try as much as possible to stay away from the water. So you can actually take a walk all the way to the other side if you want to, but again, remember you only get 40 minutes for you to spend at the island. So because actually I don't want to be left behind, I decided while everyone was still focused on the beach, it's actually time to walk to the Maya Beach sign, where you can actually take some nice pictures, because if you decide to leave it late, that's when everyone is trying to rush back to the boats and it's gonna get packed. So luckily here for me, there were a few people so that you can be able to take this nice picture there if you want to. Then it was basically to make our way back to the boats. So you'll see here, one of the things that you see, it's actually those evacuation route signs. Those are actually quite very important, especially if you know anything about what happened in this region in 2004 with the 2004 Boxing Day tsunami. So you need to make sure that actually on every island that you go to, especially in the Phuket area, that you actually read the signs. You know, basically, should the unfortunate happen, you know exactly what to do and also where to go. This is actually a precaution that you actually need everywhere you go around the world. Whether you're entering a mall or anything, always make sure that you also do check alternative exit signs just in case. And you also see quite a lot of actually the Buddhism shrines all over. At first I was actually taken aback because I saw that there was pieces of food and everything and drinks that people left. Then I was told it's actually sacrifices that some people leave, because I thought, like, why are people being so disrespectful? But yeah, I learned it. So yeah, then we walked all the way back again to where we actually entered. Then from there on, it is just a very nice walk towards back to the boats. Here actually you'll notice that it actually gets packed very quickly. As you can see, there are people that are coming in as we are also going out, because as I've mentioned on the previous video, there's so many tow boats that are coming in and out. So you need to make sure that actually you're always with your group. So my group actually was the one that had the black wristbands. So you just need to look for people with black wristbands, and then you follow here. And here for me, this was actually quite interesting. Like, this is where basically the jetty that they use for the boats, where you can come in. So you see those blue flotation devices, basically where everyone can stand. Also, this walkway, yeah, that's why you actually need those shoes, because this can get very slippery, because this is at an angle. But yeah, if you're wearing those shoes, they're actually quite grippy. So another thing actually that they do before you get to the boats, you'll see a little bit later on, is because we're walking the beach, they like to rinse your your feet, and to make sure that you don't bring sand onto the boats. Like with cars, people are always very careful that you don't scratch your cars. But it was quite interesting here, the boats were just literally forcing their way through to get to the people. Look at this one here. I'm just actually, as a question, would you ever do that with your own car? Look at the space and just, yeah. This is basically it. The boat, it's making its own way, it's pushing the other boats. At first I thought, like other boat crew will be angry. Nope, they're not at all actually, because they actually quite used to this thing. It was actually quite very interesting for me, because I'm like, I hope they don't, create any long-term damages basically on the hull of the boat. So then yeah, it was boarding time, but again, as I was telling you, before we board, they actually rinse your feet to make sure that you don't bring in the sand. And luckily for me, because we use these shoes actually so that you can enter the beach area, so your feet will be full of sand. But yeah, the crew is working hard to make sure that actually they do rinse you. So you see there's another spray that they use. Again here, even though you for an example, you might have reserved your seat, people when they come back, they just sit everywhere. And also, if you want to, you can actually leave your bags with your boat. So then it was departure time. So we left Maya Beach. We are making our way basically to Phi Phi Don. Basically, that's where we're gonna have our lunch break. This is actually like the main island of Phi Phi Islands. So yeah, again, it was another couple of things. It was like a 20 minutes or 10 minutes or 20 minute speedboat ride. I can actually never get enough of these views, basically, of these islands, basically, that are just sticking out of the Indian Ocean. As you can see, yeah, it's like a whole lot of other different kinds of boats that you can see. But yeah, at this time, everyone was just hungry. We just cannot wait to get to the island. So when we got to the island, we actually saw that they were actually doing some scuba diving, classes. Remember what I said also in the previous video? We're on this literally trip, you will get wet sometime. Because also when you got here, in order for us to get to Phi Phi Don Island, we actually have to get your feet wet. So here, we're actually following our guide, who's actually going to walk us through all the way to where we're going to be having our buffet lunch. And then here you see all the boats basically. These are some of, you see like the long tail boats. These are some of the long tail boats that we used before we actually went to Maya Beach. So they're back here. So now we're just taking a nice stroll through Phi Phi Island. So this is also where they have the main hospital within the island. So should you feel sick or something happen to you, this is where basically they'll take you if Phuket is, mainland Phuket is very, very far. I'm not sure why I'm calling it mainland, because Phuket technically is also an island on its own in Katu. So again, it's a stroll, and then also it shows you here basically where the evacuation route is basically in case of an emergency. Again, for me, as I told you, one of the things actually that brought me to this island was basically what happened in 2004. So this was actually one of the islands which was badly affected, again because of what happened. So I was very curious actually to always make sure you look at where basically should the unfortunate happen, where to go. And this is here basically where we have our buffet lunch. So it's a self-service, so where you can basically put in whatever that you like. Again, because it's so hot, watermelons are a must. So, because it's also hot, it's also good that you actually cool yourself with some coconut ice cone. I won't show myself eating a cone on camera. So after lunch, basically, it was us just making sure that we're taking a stroll basically through the beach area. Again, we also had limited time to spend here after lunch, so we had to make sure that we are back on time. So we decided, you know what, let's just see what you'll find here in Phi Phi Island. So you see there's quite a lot of shops, souvenir shops for you that you can buy something. So some of these shops actually they do accept cards if you're paying by card, but preferably all of them they prefer cash. So it's quite important again if you visit here that you're also using cash more than card. And also the names of the places, they're all interesting, like bottoms up. Basically the bar area here. So again, for souvenirs, you can find quite a lot of things for you to buy. So please, yeah, if you can, do support. Maybe buy like 1 or 2 things. Yeah, there's also more tours for you to do. If you want to do scuba diving, there are scuba diving classes. Yeah, which now after my first snorkeling failure that actually ended up being a success. Hopefully one day I'll also do like a bit of scuba diving. And this is actually one of the hotels in the mainland here in Phuket. Here in Phi Phi Don Island. So yeah, if you're actually ever here and you're staying overnight, so this is like one of the main hotels that actually you can stay at. It looks very, very gorgeous and beautiful from outside. So from there on, we just wanted to take a walk towards the pier. You'll see here even the hedge, how it's actually trimmed. It's trimmed like an elephant, because again, when it comes to the Thai culture, elephants are very big. Here's another hedge elephant. So again, if you actually have time for a massage, you can actually do get one here, and there's also a lot of other cannabis shops for you to buy any cannabis stuff. But then yeah, if you're into Italian food, you can then just grab some lunch. So then we had to rush back to our boat because we were late. Yeah, because after that we were actually heading out, I think, to the second last stop, which was actually Monkey Beach. So after Monkey Beach, then we were gonna head over to our last stop, basically, which was Bamboo Island. So when you get to Monkey Beach, actually it's optional for you if you want to step out or not, because first of all, again, most people by this time they're already drying out, so they were very skeptical of going back in, because again, if you do dive in, it's actually going to be a waist deep water for you to walk to the Monkey Beach to see some basically monkeys in Thailand, and also just to see how beautiful this area is here. In case you're wondering, the water is also very, very, very warm. So yeah, so another thing actually to keep, basically wherever you travel around the world, when you see especially wild animals, please do not feed them. You can take pictures, but do not feed them. Yeah, they know how to fend for themselves. Yeah, in case you're wondering how deep the water is, that's how deep the water basically is. So if you actually, once you actually get to the island, it actually reminded me, if you watch Pirates of the Caribbean, this is basically what it reminded me of here, especially when you walk through this area right here. So if you're very claustrophobic, yeah, you might feel like uneasy, but yeah, this for me was so gorgeous, because I'm not sure whether to call it island, what you call this thing, cave or what. So as we were leaving, so the boat actually moved quite a bit. Then realized actually there were 3 guys that were still missing from our boat. So which is why, again, it's very important that you keep to time and also your group. So the boat was trying to get back, but we can only go back so far. So then the guys literally had to try and make a swim for it towards our boat, which was actually quite funny. Well, for us, because not everyone was watching them, but I doubt it was funny for them. But yeah, once they were inside, yeah, then it was time to make our way to our final island, which was Bamboo Island. So yeah, this is actually this particular time of the actually, this is when I was dealing with this whole thing that I was telling you about, which I don't know, for me, I believe actually it was a scam. Yeah, but I might be wrong. But this is where I was dealing with it, and then I literally became sick, and by sick I mean literally I was sick, but it was fine. Afterwards, I was just, yeah, that moment actually really spoiled, but I'm gonna actually show you that video straight after this one. So on approaching Bamboo Island, it's actually a quite very nice small island. The way I'm also scared of things, I would never want to be stuck here, for example, I don't know, for a night, because I'm not sure how high the tide is, because it's actually this island is actually quite low. But yeah, this is the last usual stop for the day, and it's actually quite beautiful here, because if you want to capture the sunset, if you want the golden hour, or you just want to relax, because yeah, I believe we had like 1 hour for us to just chill. So again, you might be wondering here, okay, what if you still want maybe a drink or something? Yeah, you can actually buy. So where you see those umbrellas there's something for you to buy. So, final stop of the day. I think this is by far So cool, especially if you want to watch the sunset. Why is it overexposed? So just enjoying sunset, people at the beach, everyone is enjoying their time. So as you can see here, the views are just majestic. They're so beautiful. Again, I'll definitely recommend that you always, if you actually go into this tour, make sure that your battery actually can last up until to the what you call the Bamboo Island, because this one, it's so beautiful, it's so nice. So if you still want to do snorkeling, you can actually do it here. There's also the jet skis here, and also I forgot what you call the other one. It's like sausage looking like type of rides that you can actually do. This one actually, it's I would never, I'm very adventurous, but I'll never take this one because I don't trust myself staying afloat for a while. Then you can actually also rent some of these beach chairs here and umbrellas if you do need one. So if you're here actually midday, I'd recommend that you actually do get one. And then it's actually, so as you're walking around, you also see this nice blue jetty here. That's for the other boats. Let's talk about a situation that literally made me sick. Literally out of my stomach. Story time. This situation, I don't know, but I just want to say, be careful if you actually ever go to this tour without actual cash and you're using cards, because it might happen to you, but I wouldn't want it to happen to you, because it's so embarrassing the way that they are dealing with it while you're also trying to understand the logic behind it. It just doesn't make sense at all. But anyway, I didn't want it to actually spoil my full day, even though at this time it was really spoiling my day. So I just came and then I sat at this blue jetty for a while. Before then, I actually walk through the shops actually to see what do they have to offer. So before we knew it, it was time for us to head back to our boat. Basically now where we were gonna boat all the way back to Phuket. And the nice thing about it, because now we started all the way far from Maya Beach. This one was actually a quite short journey. It was 10-15 minute journey to mainland Thailand. Again, here it becomes literally a party boat. They're just pumping music all the way to the end. It was a very nice way actually to end this trip, which was actually quite amazing, even though it was spoiled a little bit, by some of these incidences. But please don't forget to like and subscribe on this video. Also make sure actually you do comment below basically what has been your favorite island or favorite experience, in case you actually do go to Thailand one day, especially Phuket. Where would you like, which island actually would you like to visit or experience you'd like to have once you're there? So this has been On the Road with Rwando, and I'll see you very soon on the next episode, which is coming out soon. Bye bye.